Cool. We're live. We are live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday afternoon. We find ourselves here yet again on another lovely Tuesday afternoon stream. Just a nice, chill, hangout, live stream, answering all your lovely Airsoft or not Airsoft related questions. Feel free to go ahead and ask away down in the live chat and share this around with as many people as possible. Remember, we've been doing this for years, so it should be no surprise that we're running some additional promotions for this week's live stream giveaway. You guys need to make sure that you hop on it if you want to have the highest odds of winning this week's giveaway. Again, that of course is going to be for a YouTube unboxing mystery box, a brand new airsoft gun, potentially of your choosing. So make sure to go ahead and get entered and spread the word around. Let's see what we got in the chat. We got 20 congruent viewers and climbing thus far. Thank you. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Only 5 likes though. Make sure to go and leave a like on this stream. It does the algorithm wonders, letting people know that they actually like the things that they're seeing. They like the content that we're putting out there. It means the absolute world to us. You can continue supporting us directly by, of course, getting all your airsoft goodies through airsoftgi.com. Now, what do we got going on right now? Like I said, we got some promotions going on for the live stream giveaway. Now, what exactly am I talking about? For all my newcomers on the stream, this is what I'm talking about. A weekly live stream giveaway. I'll leave a link to this bad boy onto the live chat for every single one of you guys to go ahead and read for yourselves. I strongly recommend you give that a read if you have no idea what the fuck is happening right now. But in addition to that, you also, just so you know, if you want to I'd say score some pretty damn cool airsoft loot, some pretty cool airsoft guns for cheap, this is going to be the best way to go ahead and do it with the Mayo Gang mystery box. We only got like, what, 8, I think, of these left. I think it was like 8 of these left. You need to make sure that you hop on this now while you can. The box comes with free UPS ground shipping automatically. Just don't combine the box with anything else in the order. Just order that box by itself. Trust me, it kind of messes up the whole thing if you try mixing it with other things. So if you're going to order one by itself right now. And the reason why I say right now during this particular live stream is because during this stream, every order for a Mayo Gang mystery box will be qualifying and getting 15 chances, 15 entries into Thursday's giveaway. That's some really good freaking odds, man. That's some really, really good odds. Only during the live streams that we host on Tuesdays and Thursdays when we have these promotions going on can you find these promos happening, right? Ordinarily, when you place an order through Airsoft GI, it's $20 or more. You automatically get a shot. You get an entry in. But that's just the thing. You only get the one. When you order during the live stream and you take advantage of the promotions, that's your time to maximize your potential. So, again, I'm going to highly stress that everyone share this around as much as they possibly can. As much as they humanly possibly can. Whether that be through social media, whether that be word of mouth, smoke signals, if you will. If that's more your style, by all means, go for it. And can you show the Mayo Gang accessory mystery box, please? Want to see it. Well, there's not really much to see for it. It's going to be accessories mystery box. There's really not much to see for it in terms of like what accessories you get, because it's completely random. It is completely random as to what accessories you get, and it's also based on your requests and information that you give us, right? This is the Mayo Gang accessories mystery box. Again, it could be anything. It could literally be any accessories that we have, whether it be optics, lasers, foregrips of some kind, rails, stocks, tracer units even. It really just depends. It really just depends on what it is that you're putting in the notes comment section when you place your order for one of these. A lot of these mystery boxes are request based. Not the Mayo Gang mystery box, just the accessories mystery box and all the YouTube unboxing mystery boxes. You put in the notes comment section when you place that order what it is that you're hoping to get, and we might be able to go ahead and help you out. At the very least, it really helps when you let us know exactly what type of handguard you're working with. At the very least, you know? A lot of times people will place an order for one of these and not give us any info whatsoever, right? There's like nothing for us to go off of. So we end up just like, all right, well, I like this optic and I think this vertical grip is cool. There you go, right? It's again, that's it is what it is, right? You got to let us know. You got to communicate with us. Let us know what it is that you're hoping to do so. And how do you do that? Notes comment section when you place that order. It's anytime you place an order, you'll always be able to go ahead and leave a note or a comment, and of course we will go ahead and read and accommodate you as best as possible. Right? It's always nice to know when people let us know, hey, I have an AK, can you hook me up with something, right? It's like, all right, cool, yeah, we can work with that, as opposed to no info, nothing, can't do squat, so we just try our best and hopefully it works for you. Let's see here. See, a couple of questions. I know a couple of you were talking about wanting to 3D print stuff. I just got a printer if you ever need something printed. Hey, Happy Ghost Ninja, what's going on, man? Good to have you on the stream. Actually, let's see. Let's see. I am so rude. I didn't even get to see who's in the chats for. Number one, we got. I can't read Korean. I am so sorry. I do not know who this person is. But thank you for joining the stream, man. Anthony, what's going on, dude? Good to have you as well. Epic Fail, my boy. RPG Lovers, good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. Just J Lol. What's going on, man? Good to have you here on the stream as well. Cotton Eye Joe. That's a banger name, bro. That's an absolutely banger name. DJ, J of D. Hat. Hello, 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 hello. Good to have you here as well. Oh my god, how do I say this name? Affy62B. What's going on, man? Good to have you here as well. If I order now, will I get the promo entries? Yes. Remember, when it comes to our live stream giveaways, we count a week's worth of orders. So any order placed from last Thursday, oh, my microphone just dropped, from 8:30 last Thursday till today, till the next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's the time frame we're looking at. But right now, if you were to take advantage of the promotions we have that are exclusive to the live streams, yes, you'll be able to get even more chances of winning. It was good to have you. Well, I know we got more people joining in as well. Noah Brown Price. Hello, hello, hello. Can you help me? Potentially, if you are looking for assistance regarding product information, recommendations, my opinions on certain things, you are more than welcome to ask away. Even if it's not airsoft related entirely, you're more than welcome to ask as well. More than welcome to ask as well. Squish and Josh Bizak, dude, good to have you here as well. Billy Arco, good to have you here as well, man. Dude, yeah, that's right, Josh, dude, it's been a hot minute since you've been here, man, since I've seen your name, dude. It is so freaking sick to have you back here, bro. Calvin Pearson, hello, 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 hello. Good to have you here as well. Darwin's Arbiter, hello, 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 my man. Hello, hello, hello. Guys, share this around with as many people as possible. Let's get more people on this stream getting involved in tonight's discussion. We usually like to have a little talking point for all of us to indulge in as well. Tonight's topic, you guys can read. You guys can read that. What GBB do you want made? What GBB do you want made? A GBB that exists, or that doesn't exist yet, but you would literally kill someone, maybe not actually, but yes, to have made by some airsoft factory, and of course, thereby imported into the US, right? Now, GBBs are going to be very interesting because we're kind of helping push this renaissance of the GBB, right? A second renaissance that's coming around specifically for gas blowback rifles, or gas blowback pretty much everything, right? And there is a reason for it. We've said this since last year, right? Since literally last year, a whole year ago. The Asian market right now, where all this stuff is being manufactured, in the Asian market, it is mainly dominated by the GBB. It is mainly dominated by the GBB. Most people are mainly focused now on most companies, I should say, are mainly developing and focus their attentions on further developing their GBB platforms. Now, some companies are coming out with maybe their own system potentially, or rather a derivative of some other type of system, and some of them are just trying to make straight clones. Right? We're trying to carry as much as we possibly can because, again, we got to make sure our source is reliable. We want to make sure we have a consistent stream of it. But we are doing our part to make sure that we supply the airsoft market, the U.S. airsoft market, that is, with GBs as well. Because, again, typically we're the last to typically receive whatever is currently being developed or whatever is currently being made, right? It goes from Asia, right, where it's all being manufactured. They're like at the epicenter. Then it goes out to Europe, and then eventually it makes its way into the U.S., right? We're typically the last ones to typically receive pretty much any new advancements in airsoft, right? And the U.S. airsoft market is largely dominated by the AEG, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, of course. That's not. AEGs are fucking fantastic. They're easy. They're accessible. They're affordable. You know what I mean? Like, I can sing their praises to heaven and back. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. However, GBBs are definitely going to be where it's at right now, man. GBBs are definitely going to be the newest hotness. And even though they've been around for some time, they're definitely getting better. They've definitely gotten a lot better from the first batches that we would see being imported to the U.S. But with that being said, because it's so new, there doesn't exactly seem to be a ton of new platforms. Like there hasn't been like a massive amount of certain platforms being made. You might have seen a company or two like maybe make one or two different platforms from the traditional AR M4 series, right? You might see something along the lines that's going to be a little bit different, a little bit more unique, which I always appreciate, of course. But then it almost seems to disappear, or it doesn't really seem to be continuously being made, or they've kind of stopped production on it, or maybe it's halted. For whatever reason, they're just not as available, even across the pond as well. If you were to go to other countries, again, it's still going to be, number one, will always be the AR, the M4, right? That's just, it's a fact. It just always is, right? Unfortunately, it is. Well, unfortunately or unfortunately, for me, unfortunately, but for some of you, that might be a good thing. But what are some platforms that you want to see companies start experimenting with and start really developing, right? I'm actually very curious to see what you guys are going to put down. Feel free to go and let me know into the live chat. I am going to try going through as many answers as I possibly can. I definitely have my own suggestions about things that I would want, and I think someone had actually texted me and already mentioned it. Someone had already might have like mentioned it down in the live chat, so I'll be talking about that as well. But there are quite a few things that I personally would love to see in a GBB platform. Is there a Benelli M4 in Airsoft? Not really, not to that extent. I know not quite, at least as far as I remember. Yeah, I don't think that there is. There's things that come close to it in terms of the aesthetic and the overall vibe, but nothing like a full-on licensed model, at least none that I remember. Scuff-free start Nani? RBG lovers, hey man, don't jinx it, bro. You said it, now it's gonna happen. Contemplating purchasing another mystery box. Do it. This is a voice in your head telling you what to do it. I don't want to get the same gun again, so it's gamble. Epic fail. Here's what I would say. Because the same thing. Because again, this was RPG lovers' dilemma as well. I'm gonna use you as an example, bro. So he had got one, and he got a prize that he wasn't. It wasn't a bad prize, it just wasn't the prize he was hoping for. So we ended up ordering a second one. When we get, even though it's obviously not a guarantee, right? I can never, ever, as a representative of a company, I can never, ever guarantee on their behalf that you wouldn't get a potential repeat when it comes to a mystery box, right? It's because it is random. However, with that being said, if we know that a customer has ordered multiple of one box, we try our best to limit the amount of repeats they have. Obviously, there are limitations to what we can do, but it's a pretty good percentage you're not going to get the same prize twice. You know what I mean? Like, we can more or less see who potentially get a repeat, right? And sometimes we do get a choice, like, we'll do it in batches. Like, all right, here's the list of prizes that we have that we can send out this week. Here are the guys that have ordered theirs. Okay, this guy's a repeat, this guy's a repeat. Sometimes we actually can. Sometimes we can actually do that. And we've been pretty good about making sure that we don't give out any repeats. And those guys that have, there's one case where we did see a few repeats, but this guy ordered quite a bit. He ended up getting one of the best prizes you could end up getting. He ended up getting one of the Tokyo Marui MWSs. So, you know what I mean? Like, so there is pros and cons to it, right? It's just like any other mystery box that exists out there, right? There is a potential for you to win maybe some lower tier prizes, and there is potential for you to win some really cool stuff, because RPG Lover's next prize was a custom. Oddly, it was pretty funny that it ended up being an AAPO1 custom, which is his literal baby platform, right? That's his golden boy. But, hey, it just worked out for him that way. I'm buying a tan or black Airsoft Glock. Oh, nice. I definitely like the two-tone approach myself, man. Can we get the Roast Martin? Let's see. AK-21 and GB would be pretty sweet too. Oh, okay. Mini 14 would be sick. Actually, that sounds pretty fucking cool. That actually sounds really freaking cool. I feel like someone's made a kit for that. I could be wrong. I need different types of Saigas. Oh my god. Once you go Saiga, you ain't going... I don't know. I can't come up with a word that rhymes with Saiga. Anthony, when can you come in Gladiator for an Airsoft game with your bro here in the chat? That is a very good question. If you're at Gladiator, I'm waiting for my boy Nick to let me know when the next Kill House event would be. As long as there's not like another Milsom West event that interlaps with it, or any other personal like family, dates like my anniversary, for example, or my mom's birthday, then I should be okay to do it. I definitely want to go to another Kill House event because those seem really, really fun. Those seem really, really fun. I would love to hang out with all the Gladiator boys out there, including my homeboy Nick, considering he's going to be moving too, so. Got that 9-inch Mayo Gang Gen 4 with suppressor in my last mystery box. That was a win. Damn right that was a win. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a freaking steal, my man. For that price, hell yeah, dude. Absolutely. Guys, remember, you can win some really fucking dope prizes off this mystery box. You know what? I will gladly go over some of the prizes that you can win. Again, just so you know, from off the dome, right? Off of the noggin, the prizes that I know are still available. The Chax Custom, it's a next generation recoil shock. This bad boy normally goes for $1,399. That one is still available. I know for a fact the M3 Moz gas launcher, that bad boy is still available. The HK M110 is still available. I'm pretty sure the Soak AR Airsoft AG bullpup rifle is still available. And I could be wrong, but I think one of the MP5s is also still available as well as a prize. Again, I believe that's just off the top of my memory that I can recall in terms of prizes that are indeed available that you can still end up winning in Mayo Gang Mystery Box. So, definitely worth picking this up, especially considering you end up getting 15 chances of winning this upcoming live stream giveaway, which is going down in 2 more days. In 2 days. 2 days. There's HPA tapped AA12. Or no, what the fuck? Nope, too powerful. Oh, that's hilarious. Noah Brown Price. I'm new to Airsoft and I played my first game and loved it. What do you think about the Ultras? LWT Mark 1. I couldn't see that. SC and Lancer Tactical Interceptor Gen 2. What do you recommend? Okay. Both are good. But I would say for me personally, because especially for your first Airsoft gun, for me, I normally would recommend going with the Lancers because it's going to be a lot easier in terms of upgrading the internals off of that compared to the Arcturus. But then again, the Arcturus, you could make the argument because it's made very well, you don't need it. But here's the thing. It's your first Airsoft gun. And every person that's ever said, I will never touch the internals of my first Airsoft gun, no, it's going to happen at some point. You're going to see some of the crazy shit that people can put together with their Airsoft guns, and you're going to want to do the same thing. You're going to want to do it. So for me personally, I would say get the Lancer Gen 2. You get the 1-year warranty. It's incredibly affordable. Like, it's really hard to beat that price. You can consider it as bias if you really want, because we've worked with LT, worked very closely with them, consulting, doing marketing with them. But, I mean, at the end of the day, both are really good options. As long as you're getting it through us at GI, it's going to be a really, really solid deal. All right, because, again, you're also getting entered into our live stream giveaway. So, there is that, if you will. There is that. Broer, my man. Hello, hello, hello. Good to have you on the stream, my man. Good to have you on the stream. Anthony, like I was answering earlier, what comes to the Mayo Gang Accessories Mystery Box? RPG lovers, yes. Indeed, accessories. It really is dependent on what it is that you're hoping to win. When you place an order with us in Airsoft GI, there is a section called Notes Comments. Put in the notes comments when you place your order for this what it is that you're hoping to get, or rather what platform. This is the best way to do it, and I usually tell people. Put the platform that you have down. Put the gun platforms that you're working with, so that way it gives us an idea as to what we could possibly recommend to you. Because if you have a classic M16A1, and we try to recommend all this and try to hook you up with like M-Lock accessories, all this shit, how the hell are you supposed to be able to mount it? You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that. Let us know what it is that you're working with so that we can try to accommodate your wish and be able to go ahead and give you some accessories that work best for it, right? Now, you are guaranteed a minimum retail value of whatever it is you receive inside, meaning that the items cumulatively that you receive in this package are going to be equivalent, if not more than likely, like 9 out of 10 times they're always going to end up being more than what you actually pay for, right? You end up getting accessories on a discount, essentially what this is, right? So, yes, I would recommend picking up one of these bad boys. We're gonna touch my XCR, and I touched its inside. That's what I mean, Hat. That's what I mean, dude. Where it's like, and I get it, right? I used to be the same way when I first started Airsoft. I used to have the same mindset too, where it was like, hey, I'm starting off. I don't want to have to bother with replacing or upgrading any of the internals. I don't want to bother with having to go ahead and tinker around with it, right? I just want it to work, and that's it, right? And that's a totally understandable sentiment. But the thing that they don't tell you is that, and again, this is kind of the way you got to look at it, and the way I've learned, is that your first airsoft gun is going to be like your first car. You're going to crash it. You're going to crash it. You're going to get into an accident of some kind. It could be a small one. You know, it could be a very, very small one. But it could also be a massive, massive collision as well, right? Where you damage a lot of shit. And you have to rework and redo the entire internals of the whole gun. That very well could be a thing. Because that's what happened to me. Right? I had so much difficulty with my first airsoft gun, just because, again, things you don't know. I grew up in the time where you had to be an airsoft tech in order to, like, really be able to save money and fix your own shit. And I had to go through techs. I had to spend, like, hundreds of dollars to get my very first airsoft gun up and running, man. You know what I mean? Like, it was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare to have to deal with. So I don't want anyone else to have to go through that same experience again. It's going to happen, but at least get something that's going to be very easy to customize, because that easy of customization means ease of finding parts, ease of being able to keep it going no matter how many years. ARs, you kidding me? The same, like, freaking G&G combat machines that people used to have back in the day, people are still using. I'm still using because parts keep coming out for it, man. The version 2 gearbox, you know, for better or for worse, is the most popular, the most supported gearbox you will ever find in airsoft. So yeah, like, it's going to be a no-brainer. Do yourself a favor, if any of my first-time viewers are listening in right now, if you're a brand new member to the airsoft community and you're looking to get your first airsoft gun, as much as it pains me to say, because I love other platforms, you definitely want to stick with a M4 AEG or an M16 AEG, an AR platform of some kind, electric, just because it's going to be so easy for you to just get started, man. You know, you can get all the other stuff later. Have one that's just good to go, that's going to be your old reliable. You know what I'm saying? Mount with super glue, duh, or pulls out duct tape. That's right. That's right. Calvin Pearson, what GBB platform do you want to see in the future? Yes, I do have a few answers, but I want to see what other people are saying. Remember, guys, if you are just joining the stream right now, what GBB would you want made? What GBB platform do you want to exist and to be manufactured and put into airsoft that doesn't exist already? That gray and blue Nemesis X9 is still only 164. Raymond Gonzalez III. Yes, absolutely. Take advantage, man. Now's the time to do it. So for that, in terms of what GBB platform you would want made, for me, there are a few. I think one of the big ones, I think someone actually mentioned it earlier. What is it? The Springfield Helion. I would love, if you don't know what that is, I'm pretty sure most guys know what it is. Motherfucker Field Helion. Yes, this guy. I want this to exist in airsoft. I would kill for this. Let's see here. Let me share my screen. Maybe you guys can see it as well. I want this to exist. You know what I mean? I want this 100% to be like the go-to. Are you kidding me? It'd be so freaking cool to see just more bullpups, specifically like GBBs. I don't know. I think it'd be really, really fucking cool to have that around. Especially because, again, you could just be like, oh, well, it takes regular MWS magazines, right? Like, I don't know. I thought it'd be pretty fucking sweet. You know, just something different to go ahead and break it up. What was the other one? Oh, yeah. I think it was this. Now, I know the real one, you know, is questionable in terms of its quality. I think even Garantham did a video on it and it like broke, and he was like putting up details on it, like, yep, the RFB, it broke again. Right, the Keltec. But come on, you can't tell me that this looks fun cool. Another reason why I like this gun so much is because whenever I would use the marksman class in Battlefield 4, I would go with the RFB. I know that was like, I think one of the starter, if not the starter DMR that you could rock with. I just got really good with it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just got really decent with the RFB. Like, there you go. Yeah, that's the player model for it. Oh, that's Escape off Tarkov model. Man, the model looks nearly identical to the one used in BF4, right? But except the difference being that it was in the nice green, configuration. I like this. Again, nice 308, chunky magazine. You got the cool sci-fi space polymer body on here. I don't know, man. I think it'd be pretty sweet, you know? Oh, and if you get the short barrel version, ooh, short barrel 308s. Yes, please. I need more of them shits. Absolutely. I already know someone's going to take one of these if this ever becomes a thing. I know someone's going to just absolutely fucking HPA tap this. Like, no question. I know these people exist. And I know they're in the chat too, man. What's a good tank for GBB HPA conversion? I mean, any tank that you really want. I would say if you can, spend the extra money on getting a carbon fiber tank just because it's going to be a lot easier to carry that around. You could go with the aluminums, and they are a little bit heavier. But, you know, you say, like, oh, it's in my bag. It's not going to be that heavy. Cut down on weight whenever you can, man. It's just going to make it a lot easier. I do like the HK Army stuff. The Hostile. Is that what it's called? The Hostile? Yeah. Hostile, like, subset they have. It's all HK Army, but it's specifically their airsoft portion. So that's pretty cool. Roman, I still love an AUG A1. AUGs, yes. I know GHK for a while had their AUG GBBs as well. I only know one person that has it though. It's our boy Rusty, who normally is in the live stream as well. I know he had one, but that's the only one I've ever seen in person. I've never seen another GBB an AUG before, man. Bro, the Maw still available? Fuck my life. Done, son. I gotta gamble. Q. Any word on when the FAL OSW pre-orders are getting shipped? I actually got a question about that earlier today, like through my boy Nick. He was asking me as well. Yeah, pre-orders for those, as far as we know, should still be the end of September. They should still be on track for the end of September. At the very least, if they're not here by the end of September, they should at least be getting close to being here by the end of September. That's the last that I heard. That's the absolute last that I heard in regards to that. DJ, yes, that's the next one. Absolutely. SKS, baby. SKS. 100%. An SKS? Dude, yes. Whoa, bro. Absolutely. I could kiss you right now, bro. Absolutely. SKS, yes. Yes! Honestly, I don't even think this one would be even that hard to do. Honestly, I'm still waiting for an AEG version of this one, which I know is going to happen. I know that the SKS is coming to Airsoft within the next couple of years, but I want it now. It's my money. I want it now. I would love to see this in a GBB as well. That would just be so fucking sweet. I imagine it wouldn't be too hard. How realistically, how hard would it be to take the innards of like KCO2, for example, right? Or better yet, the Atlas Custom Works version of that gun. Take that, or even a Vorsk, right? Oh my god, even better. Take a Vorsk VMP, take one of the VMPs, and just swap out the bodies, right? Like that shouldn't be too hard. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe even Vorsk could do kind of like a legacy edition, or maybe like a classic lineup, right? Where they do Mini 14, SKS, like I don't know. It'd be kind of a cool idea, you know? It'd be kind of a sweet idea for them to do. I don't know. Just thinking out loud, but I think it would be actually pretty sweet if Vorsk could put out, even if it was imitation wood, but it would be better if it was real wood. They could do like a nice wood body for it, right? Just to transfer the guts on over. I don't know. Maybe that's just me thinking out loud, hopeful, wishful thinking, but I think it's possible. I definitely think it could be possible for sure. And that's just because, again, oh man, I fucking love shooting the SKS, man. It's such a fun gun. Every time we go to the range, Cisco always lets me borrow his SKS that he has. Dude, it's so much fun. It's like my favorite gun ever to shoot. Like that is the one gun that I'm like, yes, this is what I want. In the apocalypse, that's the gun that I want. Nothing else, man. That's what I want. Anthony, so I have the Arcturus NY02 M4AG, but had trouble putting my comments with my order yesterday. What did you order? Was it for the Arcturus NY02 that you tried putting? Okay. Anthony, here's what you can do. DM us, Instagram. You can also message us on our Discord server. You can email us. I would probably recommend going through the Discord or IG. Message us directly with your order number, letting us know exactly what it is that you're hoping to, or what platforms you have, and what gun that you want to have these accessories mounted onto, and what sort of rail system. That really makes it a lot easier. You can always go through IG as well. Notes, comments is definitely preferred, but if need be, you can go through IG. Did someone say APO? Literally, no one. Literally, no one. No one said anything about the APO one. Will you guys be getting the Maruyama Lancer? That question confuses me, Hat. If the question is, will we be getting more Maruyama stuff? More than likely, yeah. More than likely, yes. In terms of more Lancer stuff, yeah, absolutely. GBB, Glock 43X, and 48 MOS and non-MOS? Question mark. Official K. More Glock variations would actually be very cool. Actually, I really do like 43X, Glock 43X. Dude, yeah, I would love to see that. Honestly, even if it's not an MO, I know everyone's gonna want an MOS version, but even if it wasn't an MOS version, I think it's pretty fucking sweet. I think that's pretty freaking cool, man. I think it's pretty damn cool. Nice. It's so cute too. It's so freaking cute. Actually, what I would love to see, if we could see a TTI version of a 43X, that would be pretty hot. That'd be pretty freaking hot. First Lieutenant Storm, what's going on, man? Good to have you here as well. MGC4 GBBR. I would love nothing more. I know ours is still in the works. Right now, they're still developing it. We might see some more progress on that very soon, by the way, just so you guys are aware. The SKS needs to come with a rubber bayonet. Yeah, dude, you pre-order now and get the rubber bayonet DLC. What are we, fucking EA? Dude, yes. I would love to see just like a yeah, even if it's like a little flimsy rubber one, that'd be cool. You know what I mean? Just a little something. HK433. HK433. That sounds expensive. That sounds very expensive. Like, oh my god, that's expensive. What was it? What was the name that given to this in COD? Because I know it was in there, but I don't remember what designation it had. Yeah, this guy. The HK433. It would be cool. It would actually be pretty sick. Although, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. What was it in? I remember it had a name in. Was it Modern Warfare? I think it was the first Modern Warfare. It was Modern Warfare 1 or Modern Warfare 2. I know it made an appearance in there as well. But this is cool, man. Like an HK433 would actually be pretty sweet. Man, but dude, I'm imagining the price. GBBs are already expensive, bro. GBBs are already hella expensive. You want to drive up the price even more with that HK line? Bruh. Freaking made a money over here. DJ, I had 4 in the cart, and then I went to buy them the next day. They were gone. Oh, dude, DJ, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck. Do we have any more? Let's see, AK. I think we... Oh, man, that sucks. AK-12. AEG. Damn it all. I'm so sorry, DJ. People bought the shit out of those magazines, dude. People bought those mags like crazy. And I know for a fact, because I remember seeing a few online orders, just happened to see them passing through. They would order like 12 at a time. Like, it was nuts. We're definitely going to work on bringing more in, because the platform seems to do well. Oddly enough, most people, the mag sold out faster than the gun. Oddly enough, which is pretty funny. The mag sold out way faster than the guns have, but the guns are still really fucking cool. I actually really like the freaking the Well AK-12s. I actually really do like those. But yes, we will be working on bringing more of those bad boys in. I had a GHK AUG but sold it. Oh no, bro, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe there was a reason. Maybe there was a reason for it. You needed the funds to spend on another different platform as well. Glock 43X, 48, CGB, AK-21 or AK-SKS, yeah, it's done as well. What gas is best to use in a TM GBR? Ooh, game operative. That's going to be a tough one because it really depends on who you ask. Now, I have tech friends who, and these are actually really good techs too, and I can vouch for them, who will go out and use their stock MWSs or their stock GBRs with the Lancer Tactical 12 kg gas, right? They'll even use the Magni gas. Yeah, if you remember that one. Those green gas cans are at a much higher PSI compared to some of the other options out there. First of all, TM brand specific GBs were never meant to be used with green gas. They're meant to be used with duster gas. They're not meant to be used with regular green gas. It's too much pressure, technically speaking, for what they were designed for. Now, people can get away with using those, but it can put more stress on that and can cause future issues. Try to find a lower PSI or lower pressure green gas. You can go with the Nuprol cans of green gas if you want to, a little bit pricier, but again, they're not going to be as harsh, I would say, as like the 12 kg. But honestly, it's up to you really at the end of the day. I think you can genuinely get away with using a 12 kg can because I'm literally watching people use it and it's fine. But again, entirely up to the user. It's like choosing what battery you can go with. It's technically not recommended to go with these certain voltages, but you can do it and it's up to the user really. Ooh, the GM6 Lynx. Actually, I do know that one here. Let's pull it out just so everyone can see it. GM6 Lynx. Did I spell it right? Did I spell it right? GM6 Lynx. Yeah, this bad boy. Bro, this thing is nuts, dude. This thing is crazy, bro. This is the type of shit that you would want to bring to Jurassic Park if you were lost there, man. If you were going up against a T-Rex, you need this, bro. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. None of that M82 Barrett shit that they tried using in Jurassic Park 3. No. You need this. This is the real theropod destroyer, man. This will put down a T-Rex lickety split, man. Seeing that in Gastelbeck would be nuts too, by the way, because that, if I'm not mistaken, that actually has the reciprocating barrel. Like the whole unit just fucking moves back and forth, right? Like that's sick. How do they do that for Gastelbeck? I don't know. Honestly, this seems like the type of gun that should be HPA tapped. You know what I mean? Like it'll probably consume a fuck ton of air, but I could see it. I could see it happening. Scrolling up. GBR G36 Young Toon Demand. Tank speaking, it does already exist. WeTech, I know for a fact, makes their it's a G36. They make their G36, which is pretty cool. I think I remember seeing it and handling it once. It was a G36C specifically. I'm sure that they probably made like the G36, like the normal rifle G36K. But I only got to experience the C. It was still cool. It was really fun. But again, just oh, excuse me. But it's just, again, you don't really see those very often in the States. I knew one guy that had it, and that's because he specifically collected all different types of GBB models out there. So technically does exist. Now for me, what I would want, this is what another platform that I've thought about honestly like getting if they ever did make it. Where'd it go? 5. What's it? Where is it? Yeah. Oh, that's not really it. There we go. Yeah. Let's do this guy. This is what I would want. The FX05. I don't even know how to pronounce that because that's Nawal, and I don't know how to speak that language. But this is actually what I would actually really want to see. This is, as Boaz and I like to call it, the Mexican G36. Because let's be real, that's what it is. This is exactly what it is, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would love to see this. The Cartel Killer. I would love to see this gun. Specifically this one, right? That'd be kind of hot, man. That'd be kind of sick to see that. Look at that. Look at that. That's cool, man. Like, again, it's like kind of a G30. It's literally a G36, but just not. It's the G36 we have at home. You know? I would love to see the dude putting together Fuerzas Especiales kit would be absolutely kind of a vibe, bro. It'd actually be kind of cool. I'd fucks with this so fast. I mean, look at that. And there's so many different versions, right, that you can go ahead and do. I myself would want the carbine. Right, but again, I know some people are gonna want the flat top or something. I just know that's gonna be a thing. Well, what am I kidding? No one would buy it. It's not an M4. No one would buy it, of course, right? Unless, of course, you give it the VFC treatment. If you put VFC on there, then, of course, everyone just freaking loses their minds. VFC? 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 Sorry, I come after the VFC cult quite a bit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just love poking fun at the VFC crowd. I know y'all are passionate. GBB or Asvel would definitely be amazing. Actually, yeah, I would 100% agree to that as well. You just don't. I only see Asvels and a lot of the more like Eastern Bloc commie guns. I only ever really see those at Milsim West events, which again, appropriate, right? That's definitely where you would see something like that. But I would love to see more of those options out in the wild. You know, just on a regular walk-on day, just seeing more people use them. An FG42? FG42. Isn't that... Let's see here. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I remember this being a World of War. Am I tripping? I feel like it was, wasn't it? An FG42 would absolutely be a vibe, dude, to bring out. Bring that historic drip out. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Yes. I can see it now. This would be an absolute nightmare. And this would be so expensive, bro. This would be so pricey. But damn, it'd be cool, man. It'd be absolutely freaking sick to see that. All right, guys, we are right now 8:12 right now. You guys have a little over an hour left before we close out tonight's live stream. That, of course, being at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Share the word around. I see we're only at 14 likes. Make sure to go and leave a like on the stream as well. Let people know that we're going live. This is the best way to increase their odds of winning this week's live stream giveaway by taking advantage of all the promotions I have going on right now on my left. Order yourself anything $20 or more, you have a shot at winning. But every $50, you'll be getting 2 entries, and you order yourself one of these Mayo Gang mystery boxes, one of the last remaining ones we have left. You order one of these, not only do you get free shipping, you also get an amazing Airsoft prize and 15 entries into this week's live stream giveaway as well. But that's only going to be during the duration of the stream. Only if you order during the stream. Anytime afterwards, you only get 1 entry. So don't miss out and get those orders in. Remember, we do have a talking point as well. What GBB do you, as an airsofter, want made? What would you like to see in the GBBR scene? Or being made manufacturer-wise? A PSG-1. Damn. My man's bringing it old school with that Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 drip, man. That's tight. A PSG-1 gas something. I'm going to be real, though. Did that already happen? Like, obviously, yes, the AUG one exists. Yes, I know. But I'm talking about GBB. Did they make a GBB one? I don't know. I'm going to say no, but if anyone knows for a fact, please let me know. I'm actually curious about that as well. But a PSG-1 and GBB would actually be really fucking cool. There will be an AEG FG42 in the... Yes, that one I do know, but GBB. GBB. I want a GBB version of the FG42, man. Oh wait, I'm out of gas. That's how it would be, man. That's how it would be. Calvin Pearson, L85 A1. Ooh. I see we have a bullpup enjoyer here as well. An L85 A1 or an SA80 would actually be kind of tight to see, but I'm gonna be real, man. I don't know too many people. If we had AEG ones that were decent, I don't know how many people would want to have a GBB version. I love this gun. I actually love this gun for a very specific reason. I've loved this gun since I was a little boy, like 5 years old, ever since the first time I ever watched the movie Akira. Ever since I watched that movie and I saw the L85s there, I was like, yo, yes, 100%. I need that. I need that in my life right now. Right? But I know it's not for everyone. Had a lot of problems when they first released it as in usage. I know a lot of soldiers from the UK that did not like this gun, still don't like that gun until the improvements by H&K were made. But you know, it is an interesting gun. For me, I like it, but even I can recognize that it is a POS. But if they were to make a very good version in GBB, by all means, absolutely, man, absolutely. That FX gun looks like some Rainbow Six Vegas 2. I didn't know you played that game too. Dude, that was a fun-ass game, man. Yeah, it does kind of look like something that would come from just the way it's designed, you know? Do you think that y'all with have a starter pack for the LT Interceptor? We'll have some combos that are available right now. Noah Brown price, but I don't know if we'll have anything specifically for the LT Interceptor. You can look it up if you want. Let me see here on our site. Maybe I'm missing it. Let's see here. LT-25. I know that there were a few combos you could have gotten for it, but I don't see anything right now. Yeah, because we used to have a starter package specifically for that one model, the LT-25 Interceptors. But I believe those are currently sold out right now. But honestly, you could all the standard Gen 2s, including the LT-25, as long as you get, again, it says regular Gen 2 polymer upper and lower. Not the core series, just the regular version. You can even read the specifications. They will come included with a 9.6 Sigma Hatchet battery, a basic wall charger, everything you need to get the gun functioning, right? So there is that. As long as you're getting a standard Gen 2, it'll come with everything you need to get out and play. Eugene Bean, I know it might be silly, but I think bolt action GB snipers would be cool if done right. That is a very interesting question, Eugene, or a very interesting notion, Eugene. I do see where you're coming from, because you just don't really see them too much out there. But I'll be honest, as someone that has tried them, I don't really like gas snipers. I really don't like gas snipers specifically for one reason: inconsistency. A bolt action sniper needs, if you're going specifically for performance, because that's like one of the big reasons why a lot of people would go with a bolt action, right? They want to be able to take advantage of their field rules to be able to achieve that higher FPS and really build a long range monster. I'm not saying that it automatically means it's going to shoot long range, but it does help, right? But more to the point, consistency is just not quite there for a GBB gas sniper rifle, right? Especially as you're like running out. You don't have to, in addition to just the fact that you have a bolt action, you have a bolt that you have to manually cock every single time, but now you also have to worry about ammo that you're using, right? Make sure you're not using too much and you're conservative with your shots. And now you also got to worry about gas. It's just a very impractical system. I get where you're coming from, and I think it's cool. But for performance sake, it's just not there. It's just not there. Maybe if they were to somehow improve it of some kind, maybe there's like, I don't know if there'd be some way to detect when low gas is present, so it just doesn't even want to bother like functioning at that point. Like the bolt refuses to travel forward because you can't shoot anymore because it's just too low. For it to like, but like not just to the extent of like, okay, it'll shoot, but it just doesn't go far. Like, but just no, not at all. Right? Like once it drops under a certain point, it just stops altogether. Maybe, I don't know. It's tough, man. That's a tough one. It's a cool idea. It's a cool idea. Swedish MK5 is by Interdime AB. Happy Ghost Ninja, have yourself a wonderful night, man. Get some sleep. Get ready for the next day of school, bro. Ian Luang, more Bullpup GBRs. X95. Ooh, MDRX. I would actually see here. I don't remember what the MDRX looks like, though. Oh, okay. This freaking thing. Yeah, did we get... No, we didn't get an officially licensed Airsoft one, if I don't remember correctly. But I could see it. I could see this being pretty cool for gas. But again, my thing is, like, do you think people would want it? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we want it. But do you think people would want it enough to pay for it? Because you got to remember, too. It's another question that we got to ask ourselves. With the high price ceiling that is for gas blowback rifles, do we think that the options that we want out there, would they even be at a feasible price point, like enough that people like, and is there enough of demand that people would even want it? Because some of the guns that I want, I know for a fact that one or two people would pick up, but as far as like being able to sell out a whole container, that's choppy. That's a tough one, man. That is indeed a tough one. World War II bar would be epic if the modern H card could be made. Yes, a bar would actually be pretty cool. Which reminds me, I really gotta check mine in to get fixed. Cause man, oh man, I have a bar too. I have a BAR that I want to have worked on. I had a Snowwolf M24 that I managed to fit knowledge upgrades into with some manipulation. I love manipulation. But the best way for a gas rifle to work would be to use individual gas-filled rounds. Honestly, Kaiser, here's what I would suggest too. HPA. And I'm not an HPA guy. An HPA sniper, those are actually the best way to do it. And again, I do not like HPA myself, but man, like I've seen some really, really good, consistent, and fucking reliable ass builds that people have built out with around a HPA'd bolt action sniper rifle. Like it works very, very well. You know, it say what you will, it's a solid system. And since as a sniper you shouldn't be moving around as much, right? You're gonna be pretty ideally you'd be pretty stationary in a spot, picking off targets from afar. You wouldn't have to worry about your line getting snagged on anything in particular, right? I don't know. That's just a food for thought, if you will. Food for thought. Sounds dumb, but thinking about getting a GBR next time or for Christmas. Okay. What about double barrel shotgun? I mean, they already make gas-powered shotguns for sure. I know they've done double barrels as well for a while. I mean, there's not really a blowback option, if you know what I mean. I mean, there is this. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold up. I'm gonna find it. There was this that existed for a while. I don't know if you guys remember this. I think it was like 2023, I think, when this came out. Or 2022. Look at it. And look at its glory. Double barrels, baby, side by side. One pistol grip, one pump. But this thing was actually pretty fucking cool. It was hilarious to see, but you know what? I kind of fucked with it. Man. Right? I kind of fucked with this quite a bit. It's too bad, though, that they just haven't really restocked this, because I think it's actually really sick. I think it'd be so cool if they could bring this one back, but, you know. What do I know, right? What do I know? Let's see. Same, also it's up there in price. I'd rather replace the spray. My next will likely be an SRU or a bullpup conversion kit for the TM MWS. That's the thing. There's so many, like, you have to go through all this trouble to make all these conversion kits, right? Or to get these conversion kits, get them in stateside, and then be able to go ahead and do the work and install it. Wouldn't it be nice if they just made the gun, you know? Wouldn't it be like if they just made the gun as is, so you just buy it as is? I think Chef took that double barrel to BB Wars. I think he did. I think you're right, Brewer. I think I remember him actually bringing a shotgun. I didn't. Maybe it was the double barrel. Maybe I gotta ask him. I know he hasn't been in the chat for some time. I gotta ask him. There's a lot of mixed feelings about GHK G5, but I've had one for a few years. I've absolutely loved it. I want to get a proper GBB and for replica, preferably GHK for mag compatibility. Suggestions? I'm gonna be real. I don't like GHK. Eugene, I gotta be completely transparent. I've had some really bad experiences, and I've had a lot of customer bad experiences for GHK. Their magazines, I get it, mags are pricey, but I feel like a lot of their mags are incredibly overpriced. Like $80 for a mag is fucking nuts. Like that's wild, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. And I get it, it was for AK, but still, it was like, why? Like, what the fuck? And I don't know how comfortable I feel spending that much specifically for a platform that is essentially just an updated Western arms system. You know, I'd rather spend the money on an MWS or a VFC. Like, if I'm going to go, like, cream of the crop, it's those two platforms specifically. You know what I mean? Like, it's those two specifically that I'm going to be going for. VFC or MWS, because at least I know I can get parts for it. For GHK, man, like, we did an upgrade a little while back for one of my boys. He brought in his GHK AK... I think it was one of AK-74 105. I don't know, it was 105. And he bought all these parts, right? All these parts have installed. And we installed it for him, and it looked cool. But in terms of the internal upgrades, man, that shit was slow, dude. That shit was so slow. It seems like you really, really need to figure out with the GHK what exactly is going to mesh well with each other in terms of internal upgrade components. You can't just, like, slap together a bunch of stuff. Because, man, that stuff, like, it worked. It functioned, but it's just so slow and chuggish, right? It just and I'm like, dude, like we spent like $300 just on the parts alone. I just don't like GHK for me personally. If I'm gonna go for any GBB like high-end stuff, I'm only sticking with MWS or I'm sticking with VFC. One of the two. Their pistols, however, actually really good. Yeah, you look. Yeah, the GHK Glock. Honestly, cool. It's freaking sick. The blowback action is really fucking sweet. It's really cool. I would say, dare I say, it does feel on par with like maybe even a 22. Maybe the tag's being a little bit more, but obviously not as much as a 9mm, obviously. But it does feel really good. Like this is as close as you can get, man. You know. So I think GHK does a really good job with their pistols. I'm just not a big fan of their GBBs and their GBRs, I should say. What do y'all think about the VP9 GBB? I love my IRL VP9. A VP9, I don't have too much experience with it, to be completely honest, man. I know that. Where is it? I know we had it. Yeah, I know we had the CO2 one. It looked cool. I think I remember getting a few rounds up. It's been years since I've used one of these, right? The CO2 GBB. I actually really like this one quite a bit from what I remember when I did the video, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tough one. That is indeed a tough one. There was a TAC version. That's right, the TAC version. Yeah, both of these. The only one that we still have left is the Dark Earth one. For some reason, the black one, like, sold out first. Go figure, right? That's when always everyone wants a solid black. Everyone wants a solid black one. I liked these. I think I remember. Yeah, I think I remember these were pretty cool. But I can't say too much else about it. I don't really remember too much. It's been. I think the last. I'm no bullshit. I think the last time I fired this gun was 2020. I think it was 5 years ago, man. What are your thoughts and opinions about the Glock 19 Gen 5 gas blowback? Solid, good pistol. Fucking works every time. Not the hardest thing in the world to break down. Not the easiest if you really want to do a deep cleaning. I like the official licensing. It's a little pricey, but it is nice. They make, it feels like a lot of the Glocks that you get out there, the officially licensed Glocks, that is, mind you. Not the TM ones. I hate the TM Glocks. Fight me. A lot of the VFC spec Elite Force officially licensed Glocks, those feel like they're very, I'll say dummy proof for lack of a better term. It feels like they're very dummy proof. You know what I mean? Like so many of my teammates will bring them out to MSW events. They're in the dirt, they're in the mud, they're dealing with rain, or maybe even having to deal with snow sometimes on the very rare chance that happens. And they've been through hell and back, and those guns still freaking work. Even Cisco's personal Glock that he uses, that thing is so filthy, and he knows it would work better if he just cleaned it, but he doesn't do it. And the gun, for some reason, just decides still to work. You know, absolutely, still works. So that's what I would say about it. It's just one of those guns that you just give it a little bit of love, a little bit of TLC here and there, the gun will still fucking work. You know, it's a solid piece of kit. Heavily considered VFC for the URGI-1 or the H416. Thoughts on those? They're solid. My problem with VFC is that it's, how do I say this? Okay, if we're going just sheer performance, the edge goes to the MWS. And in terms of sheer aftermarket support, their tank speaking is more stuff for the MWS, the Toki Marui, compared to the VFC. Now, the one thing that the VFC has over the MWS is that the VFC is closer to the real-life counterpart, which one could argue is the whole point, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the reason why we're going GBBs, because we want it to be realistic, right? So the VFC gets, I'm being serious, it gets scary how close to the real thing it actually is, right? In terms of the way it operates, the way it works. Not insinuating anything when I say that, by the way, just letting you know. But that's one of the biggest appeals that VFC has for it, and the fact that there is such a big community for VFC. Like, and I've said this joke before, but it's not even really a joke. It's just more of an observation at this point. The VFC cult is real. The VFC cult is 100% real, bro. Like, the Church of Vega Force Company, it absolutely exists because they are the most vocal group of airsofters I've ever seen. Most of them don't even really play. They just like to collect, but they love to shit. From what I've noticed, a lot of them are chairsofters too. Something I've noticed. I'm just saying, right? But man, oh man, like, you say one good thing about another platform, they're like, my VFC is bad. It's like that meme that used to exist back in the day for all my old heads out there, where it was like, anytime a good airsoft gun comes around, it's like, yeah, well, not as good as my Crytek, or my Crytek shoots better, right? That old meme from the mid to late 2010s. That shit got old super quick, man. But it's kind of the new thing now to say, like, where it's like, not as good or as cool as my VFC, right? Which, yeah, is cool if you want it ultra realistic, and there are parts for it and everything that exists, but again, it just doesn't really compare to the MWS, even when you compare it to stock performance. If we're comparing stock performance, the only thing that I noticed with the MWS that usually needs to be changed out is the recoil spring. That's like the one thing that, because they'll usually say maybe it's a little weak, maybe, right? But man, the MWS completely, and we've done videos comparisons, right? Stock MWS versus some of the more cutting edge AEGs of the time. The MWS, given the right set of circumstances, can actually outshoot an AEG, right? Which I know sounds nuts, but I'm telling you, the videos out there on our YouTube channel, make sure to go in and watch it. If you're calling bullshit right now, watch it. Watch it. Right? MWS stock, man, like, it's got that Japanese space magic, dude. It just works every single time. You know, like, I would, if I got an MWS, I wouldn't even want to touch it until something breaks. The minute things break, then I'll start replacing everything. I'm running that shit 100% stock, and that's kind of the same mindset that a lot of MWS owners have right now, where a lot of VFC owners immediately buy it and just want to start changing things out. Now, they have improved. They've been around for so long that they've made, what is it, we're on version 3 right now, guys? If anyone knows off the top of their head, we're on version 3, right? We're on version 3 iteration for the VFC gas effect system, which one would argue, if it was so good, why would they need to make 3 different improvements for it, right? They needed to because it was bad when it first came out. It was. Let's be real here. It was. Right? They've had to make 3 different iterations to get it to be competitive now. Right? Now, it is good now. I would say yes, 100%. But, you know, VFC Mariomas are good on gas. 5PCs are more accurate than the 5.56, though. How are VFC Mariomas? Yes. Is it good on gas? It can be. Also depends on how you use it. Environment as well plays a huge factor. They're solid. I like them a lot. I like them quite a bit. What little Crytek? What a fall from grace. I don't want to shit talk Crytek, but I will. Man, fucking. Maybe it's because of that meme that it kind of ruined it. That's the legacy that they left. Where it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't really like Crytek. Me personally, it always felt like it was overpriced. Like, justifying the price when it came out, yes. Still having to pay the same price now, over $300 for a gun that, I'll be honest, a Lancer Gen 2 can outperform and outshoot. I don't know, man. Maybe it's worth it for some people. Maybe it is. New version that just came out for the VFCs. Check out the L403A1 2025 version. All right, I'll have to go in and check that as well. When I buy the $50 Mayo Gang accessories, where would I put what I'm looking for? In the notes comment section of your order when you place it. There's a section when you're checking out called notes comments. Type it in there. I'm the type of guy that wants both worlds. Quality out the box, but no for upgrades. Customization when I need or want to. MWS, Eugene. That's what I would say. MWS for sure. Is a GBB Vector any good? It's alright. It's not terrible, but it's not good. I mean, not for me personally. I've known too many people that break the magazines a little too easily. Apparently, it's just average. Like, that's the biggest thing about it in terms of performance. If we're just talking about performance, it's just mid. I mean, just absolutely mid. There's so many other better options that exist out there. But now, with that being said, I would rather the gun have mid performance and still be a cool one-to-one replica of the gun platform that I really, really want. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to have a platform of a gun that, you know, in terms of airsoft-wise, in terms of the quality or performance, it's not the best, but it does look identical. Trust me, I know what that's like. I'm a foul guy, dude. There were some great fouls that existed back in the day, and there are also some really bad ones, and I have both. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, there's some really good ones, some really shit ones, and I got both of them, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Now, if it's a faithful replication of what you have and it functions, honestly, consider that a dub. You know what I mean? Like, consider that a dub. Now, if you were asking what the best GBB Vector out there was, KWA, easy, 100% KWA. The only reason they stopped is because they didn't have the license for it. It ran out, right? They couldn't keep up with the license. But that was literally the best one. It really was. I want to completely break down before I replace any of the parts. Smart, smart, smart. Have an Elite Force Glock 19 Gen 3 with a cracked hammer housing that refuses to quit as well. I think it's got almost 25,000 rounds through it. Damn. And it's still going and it's still very accurate. Yeah, man, that's what I'm telling you, dude. They made their shits. Like, they understood the assignment. They're like, look, we're going to have to charge people more for the licensing. We need to make this shit durable. This shit needs to work every time, no questions asked, man. Anyone remember the Inokatsu M4 GVR? Ian, honestly, no. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Inokatsu, I've never heard of that. I think Cisco might have mentioned that name once or twice, but that, damn, dude, that's how I know. That's an old reference right there. Answer that one as well. Answer that one as well. Remember, guys, if you do have any airsoft related questions or just questions in general, whether they're airsoft related or not, feel free to go and ask away down in the live chat. Put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. We have less than an hour. We have technically we have 53 more minutes left before we close out tonight's live stream. So make sure that you take advantage of the promotions going on now, where every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries into the giveaway. And if you order yourself one of these, the Mayo Gang mystery boxes, we got like 8 left right now. You order one of these bad boys, you're getting 15 chances of winning this week's live stream giveaway. Don't miss out. Spread the word around as much as possible. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab myself a nice little beverage. I am quite thirsty. I'm quite parched. I'll be right back. Oh man, it is a hot one today, dude. I had to like rush to make dinner. I made what did I make today? Oh yeah, I made a curry, some curry over rice. Had some delicious grilled chicken breast. I did bell peppers, julienne strip. I did onions. Oh, my back. Potatoes, carrots. Man, it was fucking busted. I love curry, dude. I fucking love it. Specifically Thai curry. Indian curry is also really good. I think it's very flavorful too. But I think just because it's very nostalgic, Thai curry will always be like my favorite. Oh man, that's good. All right, let's keep scrolling up. Yeah, $65 for that G5 bag. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. 65 nowadays in 2025. That's average. My problem was that back in 2019, they used to be $65. Like, what the fuck? No, the CO2 GHK AK 47 magazines, those were like $80. I was like, are you for real? Are you shitting me? $80 for a mag is insane. That better be like, you know, like a 50 cal Barrett style like size magazine for me to spend that much money, you know? Keeps going through. I dropped 1,600. Damn, on an AEG LMG. I'll melt my accounts for my GBBR. Dude, melting your accounts is a crazy thing to say, dude. That's insane. But honestly, I gotta respect it, though. You know what I mean? Respect the drip, Karen. All right, scrolling down most recent comments and questions. Billy Arco, what's going on, man? Good to have you here on the stream, dude. If I place an order on Sunday, would the entry for the giveaway be for tonight or Thursday? We don't do giveaways on Tuesdays. Giveaways are always done on Thursdays. But yes, you do have an entry then into Thursday's live stream giveaway. Yeah. What flavors tonight? Lime, LaCroix. Arguably, top three. Top three LaCroix flavors. Number 1, Raz Cranberry. Number 2, lime. 3, probably the plain. I'm with plain flavor. Crazy J, dude. Good to have you here as well, man. Coolest GBR you guys have owned. Mine is definitely the KW Tavor. Ooh, nice. My GBR that I don't have like too many GBBRs. I've used the LM4 for so long, for so many years, because I was like, I remember when it was like the hype around it was so out there, right? It was like, oh, sick, this is awesome. This is what cops used to train with, right? I got mine, and don't get me wrong, it's still really fun. People will still pick it up and be like, you know what, this is actually a really, really cool gun, right? Like, it is. It just is, right? There's nothing wrong with admitting it. But it definitely doesn't have the same appeal anymore compared to MWS or VFC, right? The coolest one I know I'm going to get, I will 100% be getting myself one of the, fuck, what do you call it? Because I'll get one of the, oh my god. Okay, I think one of the VFC FAL OSWs. I'm getting one. Whatever one we use for marketing, that's gonna be mine. Okay, I'm gonna let them know it's mine. Okay, I was the one pushing this. I'm gonna be bringing it to fields. It's mine. All right. They sent y'all a message on Instagram and Discord. Good. You messaged the main Airsoft GI account, right? Main Airsoft GI account. Yo, I'm drinking the same sparkling water too. That's what I'm saying, man. LaCroix boys, man. Dink. All right. No cheers there. But yeah, what is the coolest GBR that you guys have owned? And remember, the question for tonight is, what GBR or what GBB platform do you want to be made in Airsoft if it doesn't exist already? If there are any left, I'll get a mystery box on Thursday. Can't do it tonight. Fun's a little short. Epic fail? Don't feel bad, dude. Don't worry. If you want to do it, hey, awesome. Don't worry about it. I would say if you do it on Thursday, do it before 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time so you have more chances to win the giveaway. But yeah, that's what I would say about that. But yeah, this message is for all the newbies out there. Make sure that you get your orders in before it's too late, y'all. AN94. Oh my god. Yes, AN94 is another very big wish that's been started, but probably won't get for another 5 years. But would be a godsend if we got the AN94, though, with the actual burst fire capabilities. Just the way it functions is just so weird of a gun, you know? I remember using the AN94 quite a bit on Battlefield 4. Even on Black Ops 2, I remember it. That's where it was from too, right? Black Ops 2? I think that was technically speaking the first time you ever got to see an AN94 in a video game, if I'm not mistaken. But someone let me know if I'm wrong. I feel like that's the case though. I feel like the AN94's first video game appearance was Black Ops 2. But yeah, no, that would actually be another cool addition to the Airsoft gas blowback world. GBB ballistic, what the fuck? Are you talking about the oh, the ones that you forget? Oh, dude, that's hilarious, dude. Dude, it probably wouldn't get very far at all, dude. By far most reliable and consistent GBB I own is a CZP09 duty. I got $4.99. No upgrades. I received it. I recommend it to everyone I know. Yeah, dude. Okay, the ASG CZ pistols, I don't know what the fuck they did with those. They cooked hard with those ASG CZs. Here, I'm gonna pull them up so everyone can go ahead and see. ASG C motherfucker freaking CZ. There we go. Yeah, the CZs that they come up with, dude, I don't know how they did it, but these shits are tanks, dude. Like this one, okay, the Shadow is my favorite. The SP01 Shadow is my favorite. This thing is fucking cool. The PO9 is cool. They all work so goddamn well. Their kickback is insane. These are like, if you're playing in an outdoor field and you want to side them with a little bit more oomph, this is what you go for, man. Here's the thing. There is absolutely no upgrade support for these realistically at all, right? At least nothing that I can find stateside. You're lucky if you can find OEM parts. Magazines are slightly harder to come by. Not impossible, but a little bit more difficult. But for what it is, man, like, it's a fun-ass gun. It's cool. And they're made so damn well. And just the fact that they are CZs, you don't really find them that often. They're not as going to be as ubiquitous, I guess is the term. They're not going to be as prolific as, say, like your Glocks, your 1911s, your high Kappas, right? This is definitely going to be another option that you can bring out to the field that's just a little bit more unique, just a little, adds a little more flavor, a little more spice to your gameplay. But I would agree, the CZ pistols, including the PO9, awesome, dude. Where are the VFC AK GVRs? Am I missing? We don't currently carry them yet, Billy Motha. Yet is the key phrase. But I have buddies that have owned them. and I've picked them up. I've even used them a few times. They are cool. They are indeed cool. Oh man, my nose. VFC needs to make a good P90 GBB. Yes, because I know a P90 from WeTech does exist, but if I remember correctly, that shit sucked. Like, it was really bad. So VFC, if they can do a P90, hell, I'll even take an MWS P90. If they can do an MWS P90, I would. Oh, 100%. When I bought $50 Mayo Gang accessories, where do I put? Well, okay, answer that one as well. Answer that one as well. Answer that one as well. All right, should be caught up on all those. Scrolling down the most recent comments and questions. Holy shit, it moves so fast. Yo, play Battlefield 2042, or you getting Battlefield 6? I will be getting Battlefield 6, but I'm waiting for the full release date so that I can go on and pick that up, because I don't want to pre-order video games. I'll pre-order airsoft guns, I'll pre-order toys, I'll pre-order basically anything else before I pre-order a video game. A94 was in Battlefield 4. Don't remember if it came out before or after Black Ops 2. I think Black Ops 2 came out first, but yes, I do remember being BF4. That was a fun gun to use too, man. DJ and I only have one of them. I got me the Well Pro AK-12 and 8 extra mags. Okay, you see what I'm talking about, DJ? Yeah, that's what I mean. When people buy the AK-12, the Well Pro AK-12, dude, they'll buy hella mags for it immediately. Immediately, you know, expeditiously. They don't care. They will just to have them, you know, just to absolutely have them. When I run my CCP09 in game, I feel like I'm running an actual duty pistol, not just something that looks cool for the LARP. Yeah, it's a good pistol, man. All the CZ stuff are made super well. Like, ASG absolutely cooked with the quality on these guns, man. It just sucks that, again, if something breaks on that, oof, you know what I mean? Like, it's not impossible for it to happen, you know? I mean, I wouldn't mind selling mine. I just have a few extra buckings, and I plan on picking up a cool TT barrels off as well. Hey, Rusty, I was just talking about you, man. I just mentioned to you earlier the fact that you had the AUG, the Gasolec AUG, a little while ago. I would pre-order Micro Machines if I could. Do you collect Micro Machines? Dude, that's actually really cool. I actually really like Micro Machines. I fuck with them quite a bit. I used to love, when I was a kid, oh my god, I still love it now. I still love toys. I still play with toys now. What am I talking about? But especially when I was a kid, I used to love getting the Micro Machines playsets that they used to do. Dude, those were my favorite. I always loved just miniature versions of like playsets and stuff. I don't know why. It's miniature versions of like set pieces. I always thought was like really, really cool. There's one that I want to get. It's a Micro Machines playset, believe it or not, based off the movie Alien, the original 1970, 78, 79, after the original 79 Ridley Scott film Alien. It's pretty fucking nuts that that's a kid's toy, but you know what? I really want to pick one of those bad boys up. Isaias, yes, I was going to buy. By the time I got paid, the mag said no, bye, Felicia. Dude, it was so fast. Here's the thing: any cool platform that we get, the minute that mags we put them out there, fucking gone immediately. You know, it's so hilarious how fast they disappear. Bro, I love Lego, so I understand. Trust, dude. Lego too, man. Here's my only downside now is that Lego's gotten so expensive. Like, it's so pricey, you know. I don't know. Lego. I feel like Lego kind of burned me. Right now, my biggest thing. I've been doing a lot of Gunpla recently. A lot of Gunpla. A lot of the Gundam 1/144th scale model kits. That's like my jam. I love high grade stuff. Just because it's so affordable. It's so cheap. You know what I mean? Obviously, certain sets excluded. Thanks, scalpers, for ruining the economy for everyone. But I love doing that in addition to Airsoft as well. Because Airsoft is #1 hobby for me right now. Airsoft will always be #1. #2 will most definitely be building Gunpla. I love building myself some nice Gundam model kits. I don't know why. It's super relaxing. It's fun. And I love playing with them after. It's so fun. Like, I even have some of the shit. If I could, I've shown a few of them off before. I've shown a few of them off on camera, but... Ian, I have the regular LM4, so that's a good option. Perfect grade. Nah. Freaking the Virgin high grade, or the Virgin master grade or perfect grade collectors be like, oh my god, so much detail. Oh my god. Meanwhile, the Chad high grade collector, it's fun and it's cheap. Someone said that to me. That shit's so relatable, bro. Can you check the messages on yes, if they were messaged to the main Airsoft GI account, yes, I can check those for you, and we'd be able to go and respond for you. GB like, okay, I'm gonna buy this $600 GBR and 400 in mags. You're not inaccurate, bro. That's not inaccurate. You know, you do end up investing quite a bit in the magazine, and that's before any replacement or additional components that may or may not be needed depending on the platform that you get too, right? That one as well. It's guns you wish to playing pretty much. I mean, I would sell it to that one as well. That one as well. If I had the money, I would buy myself a GBLS DUS M1911A1. Ooh. Okay, a man of taste, I see, Ian. What about Baba Yaga 2? Baba Yaga 2 is also a really good pistol too. It's a really, really solid pistol. Yaga 2. How did I misspell it? Whatever, it'll go with that. Baba Yaga 2. I have sung its praise, and I will continue to sing its praise. Brewer, if you're still here, let me know as well, because I know you got one of these bad boys too. These are sick. This is probably one of the hardest kicking pistols that you can get out there. The fact that it's dual power and that it actually still can take a few TM internal components as well for replacement, like that's nice. That's convenient. You know what I mean? That is very, very convenient and very well thought out. The fact that they're very affordable already, you can get them on a shocker deal for like $135, which is nuts. It's absolutely insane. You get the different plates as well, so you can mount your favorite optic, your favorite pistol optic on here as well. It's just nice, man. It's a solid pistol, you know, and it kicks so freaking hard. It's one of the funnest guns you'll ever have fun shooting, literally. That's that one as well. That's that one as well. That's that one as well. Galil Ace. Ooh, a Galil Ace in GBB. Now, okay, that's a kind of a cool. That's a cool suggestion. If you guys don't know what the Galil Ace is here, I'll look it up. Galil Ace. Yes. This bad boy. Oops, excuse me. Now the Galil Ace, like the little one, bruh, the tiny boy would be sick. These would actually be pretty cool. I fucks with that answer quite a bit, Billy Mode. I fucks that real hard. Like, that's just sick, man. That's cool. I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for the Galil. Oh, yes. Look at the Galil Ace pistol, bro. Look at that. Oh, so cool. So sick. I've always fucked with the Galil, you know what I mean? It's just a cool little derivative of like an AK. It's just sick. You know, I like this quite a bit. I find it most amusing. I could see this in gas blowback. I could definitely see this in a gas blowback form. If anything, I'm surprised they haven't done it. But then again, it's not like the Galil in terms of AEGs ever really did that well either. I remember they had quite a few options that they offered, and they just disappeared like overnight. The old LM4s with either the TNT or Maple Leaf Evo 3 hop-up units far outperform the stock LM4Ds. That's what I've heard too. I never really knew which one performed better, but I still have my old LM4 too as well. I'm always wondered what would happen if I put the Maple Leaf Evo in there. You know, I've always wanted to put one in. It's now as well. Okay, should be all caught up on all of these guys. We got 36 minutes left before we close out. And before we close out tonight's live stream, make sure to go and get your entries in now while you can. Remember, every $50 you spend gets you 2 chances of winning the live stream giveaway. But if you order yourself a Mayo Gang mystery box, we got a few of those left, you'll be getting yourself 15 chances of winning. So don't miss out and get those orders in now before it's too late. And remember, if you do have any airsoft related questions or not, feel free to go ahead and put your question down in the live chat. Just put the letter Q right in front of your question. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to identify and thereby answer it as best as I can. Let's just take this time to chill, hang out, relax. The world is already stressful enough as is and chaotic. This is our little escape from reality, if you will. Eugene, my best friend got a Galil for Airsoft since his dad was issued one in the Colombian military. That's actually pretty based. That's pretty based. I want to get Isaiah's opinion on the SAR 15 kit. Aesthetically speaking. Okay, all right, let me see. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. Let's see here. Unless I'm mistaken. SAR 15 kit. Bullpup Airsoft. Yas. I like it. Why would I hate this? This is cool. This is cool. I have no reason to hate this. This is actually really, really sick. Like, I like these. Here's the thing. I like SRU stuff quite a bit in terms of just the way it looks, in terms of aesthetic. Now, how practical this is, up for debate. But in terms of sheer aesthetic, dude, I'm a sci-fi man. Of course I'm gonna love this. Of course, bullpups are the way of the future. Man, you kidding me? They're the way of the future. Somehow, like, you'll have a bullpup configuration, and the mag is like super small and short, but somehow it carries like 100 rounds. How does it do that? I don't fucking know, but it does it. Right? You ever notice that? Look at any of your favorite sci-fi franchises. There's always gonna be a bullpup option that has like fucking like anywhere from like 60 to 100 something rounds in there, and it's like a short ass mag too. No idea how it's done, but apparently that's how it works in the future. I think it's sick. I think it's pretty freaking cool. I got no complaints about it whatsoever. Of course, the naysayer Sigma 013. Of course, of course. Why don't you go back to playing freaking War Thunder or something, bro? Stop being a naysayer. And M4 okay, doesn't take M4 mags and is a bullpup. Ugh. 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 Of course, you gotta be a negative Nancy. Sucks. The pre-built is OEM by King Arms and use the Western Arms system. Yeah, that's the only downside for it. That is the biggest gripes about it. I do not, to this day, I still, if anything, my hatred for the system grows even more with every year that passes. Right? What up? I'm on War Thunder. Of course you are. I fucking called it. I fucking called it. Of course you are. Using best AAPO1 extended mags. Also best low profile sights to throw on it that are actually somewhat useful and don't look bunk as hell. Don't look bunk as hell. Need to finish my build. Okay, so as far as best AAPO1 extended magazines, you can try the PH Plus magazines. Those are a pretty good steal, honestly. You can also do basically any TM spec Glock magazine should work on those, no problem. Graku magazine. You can try the WeTech 50 round extendos. Those are fine. Those work. There is an OEM one that's pretty long. Yeah, there's the Tandem Cross OEM extended magazine. This one's actually pretty nice. I would say this would probably be your best bet, considering this is going to be the same OEM. There's the same factory, so it's going to be exactly designed for it. Oh, my back. There we go. There we go. I'm going to leave a link to that in the live chat so you can check that out for yourself. Now, the other part of the question was best iron sights. Best low-profile sights. Throw on it. They're somewhat useful. I mean, we all know that you're not going to really use them. Most people are just going to go ahead and, use an optic. I put tracer and optic, and I use. Best AAP extended was the M4 Dazzle with AP. I mean, if that's your thing, that's fine. But gross, disgusting, degusting, as Boaz used to say. Best low profiles. That's a tough one. I mean, maybe you can do something that's pretty low profile. Fuck, we're out of the fibers. Let's try this. Iron sights. You could probably use some of these. Damn it, out of all of those. Okay. I mean, these wouldn't be terrible. Nah, I wouldn't recommend that one. LT35. These are pretty small. I would say these are not a bad option, and these are somewhat useful. These are the same ones that you get out of the LT35 Battle Axe. These are pretty cool. Nice and compact, small. Yeah, that'd probably be my best recommendation for the smallest things that I can imagine right now. Adapter is a no-go on realism, so super gross. That's hilarious. PH Plus 35 round mags are a perfect balance between BB count and length. Nah, yeah, I would say so. PH Plus and then the OEM Tandem Cross brand ones, those would probably be your best bet, bro. Those are probably your best ones. Could be irons, could be optic. I have tracer in it already. I would say at that point you're pretty much set. What I would suggest I would say go optic at that point. Maybe do something like, Yeah, baby. Now we're cooking with gas. Get an SRO. Get an SRO, baby. Get an SRO. Get one of these. Get the Atlas Custom Works SRO mini mount, mini red dot, right? This is what you wanted. This is the way. This is the way. Do this, and then combine that with. Where are you? Where are you? Works mount. Oh man. Oh, my dog's shedding right now, so it's like a bunch of fur just getting everywhere. Boots with the fur, and the whole club looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got low. Where the fuck is this? Hold on. Okay. Mount. Or actually, better yet, riser. It's gonna be the best way to find it. As soon as it loads, the internet is slow as ass right now. SRO with this. Come on. Where are you? Where you at? Hold on. Where's the mount? Where's the fucking mount? Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find her. Where is it? Ah! Fuck. You know what? Screw it. You could also. I was gonna use one of these, but damn it, these are sold out. Okay. Use this as a riser for it. Use one of these. Something like. Oh, fuck. It was just here. Where'd it go? I mean, I guess you could just use one of these. You could just use the PTS Unity. Right? You could just use one of these just to bring it up just ever so slightly. Just ever so slightly, right? Just a little tiny bit, right? Just to add a little more height to it, if you will, so it's a little easier to ADS. I would say that. You know, that'd probably be my best recommendation for you. Nice and low profile. Isaias, you on that McDonald's Wi-Fi again? Nah, bro. I upgraded to Starbucks, bro. I'm on that Starbucks Wi-Fi. Basically building my AP01 into a machine pistol, medium barrel, no stock, inspired a little by Star Wars. Hey, Eugene, make sure you're on the Discord and tag me and post that into personal builds like that. Show me. I want to see this shit, man. I want to see it. 5 years later. Close your... What the... I got nothing here. What the fuck, bro? What is the average time y'all restock? Okay, Noah, it normally takes 4 to 6 weeks for typical restocks to occur. Again, that was pre-COVID. There are some items that take way less time, and there's a lot of items that take significantly more time to restock. So anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks is what would be the average, but again, it's going to vary depending on the product. SRO, yeah, the SRO is fire, bro. And I'm so sorry. Cannot sleep tonight. Love me some good iron sights for pistols, especially. I had the Trigicon Tritium sights for my GHK Glock. I regret selling them. Why'd you sell them, bro? Why'd you sell them? Why? Okay, it's that one. It's that one as well. It's that one as well. AFK climbing right now. What the fuck? That's hilarious. What are you doing climbing right now? Is it cool? If I bought the Mayo Gang mystery box on Sunday, how many entries is it for Thursday? You would only get the one entry if you bought it on any other day during any other time other than the live stream timeframes. Again, the live streams that we post up are so crucial to watch because that is the only time that we do special promotions like this that you can take advantage of these promos, right? This is the time to take advantage and increase your odds during any of the live streams that we do, whether they be the Tuesday Hangout stream or even the giveaway stream itself right before we start the giveaway and immediately after, right? Yeah, just like Crazy J said, tonight is the Hangout. Tonight is to hang out and get extra entries. That's what it's for, really, at the end of the day. That's that one as well. All right, scrolling down most recent comments and questions. Oh shit, I didn't use Discord much, but I'll join the link, please. And I found it. Hey, that's up. I take longer now this time around with the new administration. Week the Airsoft. I mean, yeah, you did hit the nail on the head. On there. It has affected Airsoft quite a bit, unfortunately. What's going on, Airsoft? Yeah. Which, by the way, good to have you here as well. Think of me. I I think for me that I use paintball mask, I've had the best luck with 1-inch risers. He likes the 1-inchers, guys. He likes the 1-inchers. But Isaias has never watched Corn in his life. Bet. Probably. I'm sure. Maybe it's. I'm pretty sure it's come across me at some point, but it's just more like, oh god, throw. You know what I mean? Like, oh god, just fucking. You know what I mean? Years. No, it takes years. Okay. There's been a few items that like, I remember having the opportunity to restock and bringing them in, but the last time that they had been restocked would like be years ago, right? Honestly, most of the products that you see now typically should be restocked, just because I think for the time being we've kind of filtered out what's selling and what's not. Yeah, I would say most things that right now when they sell out, they typically will be back as well. They typically will be. There's not a whole lot of like holdover products from like the previous generations, right? Like a bunch of old guns that are just never going to be restocked ever again. There's very few of those nowadays. Answer that one as well. 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 I have work in the AM and it's late, so off to give my pillow some break. And my bed's brother. DJ, that is the worst way of phrasing that entirely. But you know what? Fucking have yourself a good night, man. Take it easy, bro. Billy Arco, thanks so much. First time getting any mystery box and watching. Will definitely be coming to more. That's what's up, Billy. Again, appreciate you joining in on the live stream, guys. We have 26 congruent viewers and only 24 likes. Make sure to bump up those likes as much as possible. Make sure to bump up those viewers as much as possible. If you do have any airsoft or not airsoft, completely unrelated, derailing type of questions, feel free to go ahead and ask away. Put the letter Q right for your question. It's going to be a lot easier for me to identify and answer. While I hold my 1.5 incher. Wow, bro, that's wild. That's absolutely insane. That's just, he put that out there in the wild, huh? He got that chocolate when when he tried one time, bruh. Maybe that's why I got brain damage or something. And then as well, pistol. But yeah, the question still remains: what exact gas or what platform would you like to be made into a gas blowback system? Again, I think I've pretty much covered most of the guns that I would want to be in GBR form. The things that I specifically would want, if they aren't already made. Oh, my back, my neck, man, I'm gonna die when I go to the gym tonight. What do I have to do tonight? Okay, I did legs yesterday. I did cardio on. Did I do it on Sunday? What did I do Sunday? No, Sunday was my break day. That's right. Sunday was break day. Monday, Tuesday. That means, okay, so I did legs. That means tonight I probably got to do, if I don't do cardio tonight, I'm going to end up doing probably back. I'll probably end up doing back today. And then, but dude, that's going to suck. I'm already feeling sore from legs the other day. Now I got to go and make a whole different section of my body sore. Are you kidding me, bro? Honestly, you get to that point where you work out so much where you just feel exhausted all the goddamn time. Like, I don't want to go to the gym. You kidding me? I would love to just kick back and do nothing. Do absolutely nothing tonight. In fact, I am so tempted not to, and instead, because I'm going to be so busy on Friday that I won't have time to work out in the afternoon. But now I'm tempted to, like, maybe I just wake up early on Friday and then go in the mornings. You know? Maybe. I don't freaking know. How do you guys do? How do you guys deal with the need for more energy? Because I always feel freaking weak. And don't say energy drinks, because I know that shit's gonna give me a massive like crash. Any funny childhood airsoft memories? People would get shot for the type of stuff my friends and I did as kids. We knew all the neighbors, and there were a lot less of them. I never did anything crazy with airsoft. I think the most. One of the saddest was the time that, because it's funny looking back at it, but it's just terrible like in general. The time we got robbed, my buddy and I left our cars like dumbass, because we were a bunch of dumbass kids, man. I think I was I in high school? I think I was still in high school. I was in my senior year. Yes, I was in my senior year. I think I was about to graduate, and we got all of our airsoft stuff jacked out of my buddy's back of his car, because we all left it in the trunk. He unfortunately, I think he left the door unlocked fucker just broke in, stole his car. He was devastated, stole all of our shit out the back. We got the car back eventually. He found it without the wheels in a parking lot at a grocery store. Not like in the next city over, so not super far away. Yeah, dude, it was rough. That was rough. We never saw any of that airsoft stuff back. You know what I mean? Like, of course we wouldn't. We never saw any of that shit back. That one was pretty funny looking back. What else? I think the most fun memories probably be hanging out with all the boys. Like playing U.S. Airsoft World for BB Wars Coastal Front 2023. That was awesome. That was like one of the top airsoft memories of all time. Because it was super fun to play. And then, of course, right, being able to hang out with the homies after. We got to all grab something to eat. And then we all just hung out in the parking lot. That's still a special memory. I'm literally taking that to the grave with me. What else? That's gotta be like a really, really good one. Because I've never done a cross-country, not even really cross-country, but like a trip with that many people, like caravanning essentially. Because I went, Bossman was there as well, of course. He was there. He actually ended up playing, which is pretty funny. He played, Cisco was playing, Boaz was playing, I was playing, my boy Justin, Storefront Justin, if you remember him, Storefront Associate Justin, he was there playing too with us. It was just funny that all of us were just piled up into one little minivan, driving around, right, and then eventually making our way to the field and then back, and then just hanging out in the parking lot, just chatting it up with all the boys. That's top for me. That's peak, bro. That's absolutely peak. Serious question. Footwear do you like for airsoft? My preferred shoe is my Solomon boots that I have, because those are Gore-Tex. They're completely waterproof. Dude, when I went to the last Milsom West out in Clovis, it had just rained prior. Right? So there was still a lot of like runoff water, there was still a lot of filled creeks and ponds. So we had to cross water several times. Everyone was like trying to jump over it, and I was like, man, fuck this. I just walked across. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I just walked across. My boots are Gore-Tex, man. They ain't flooding for shit. I ain't getting water in those bitches at all. Right? I walked through that puddle, no problem, not a care in the world, and my feet were dry as a bone. Right? As long as you change your socks, because they are a little bit thicker, and with the Gore-Tex material, your feet do sweat a little more because it gets warmer inside. So you do have to make sure that you are on it in terms of changing out your socks. You do have to change out your socks. Nobody wants toe jam, bro. Toe jam, no thank you. Toe jam is not my jam. But in general, if you can find just any sort of like Merrells, Solomons, any sort of, even if you have to go a little more affordable, right, that's fine. Any lightweight, for most people, right, you're doing regular walk-on games, a lightweight, breathable, I would say half cab hiking shoe or boot, right? It doesn't have to be like a high top. It could be a half cab size. You do something like that, that's going to be perfect for you. That's going to be absolutely what you need. Something that's going to be very easy to run around in and comfortable. I would also recommend another thing that most people don't realize. Instead of doing the traditional lace route, change out the stock laces that you have. Look up speed laces. Look up speed laces for the amount of eyelets that your shoe has. You can typically find those on pretty much any department store. Amazon, if you really want to go that route too. I've done it, right? For something like that, sure. I think even Walmart carries them. But you can get speed laces for whatever boots you're wearing. Goated piece of kit. I remember being converted to speed laces, never going back. Ever. DJ, have yourself a wonderful night, man. And so as soon as it does well. As far as technology for GVRs go, how far ahead are they? In Asia, we are noticing that they've made the switch regardless of whether the technology can back up, it fully replacing the AG or not. It doesn't matter, because they want something more fun. They're very focused on fun and having cool. If anything, in my eyes, when I look at the Asian airsoft market, I feel like they're more in tune with what airsoft at its core really is, which is buying cool airsoft guns, looking cool with your friends, and just playing, right? And I feel like at its core, that's what it's about. And everyone has been mainly switching over to GBBs over there. Now, companies are investing right now in terms of where their R&D is going to. It's all going towards gas blowbacks. The current systems and platforms they have, everyone's cross-referencing and studying more. Even we're doing that. We're looking at every gas blowback system platform that exists out there and have determined which system we're going to go with. Us being a TM series. But we've looked at everything that's available there and trying to offer a little bit of everything for everyone. I think the technology is definitely getting better. You'll have guns like the Well Pro, who like 2 years ago, right, were like offering some pretty bad products, like who were not very well known, for offering some quality, replicas. Now have like arguably the best and the coolest AK-12 on the market. Because they invested into that system, which is supposed to be essentially a clone of the Tokyo Marui system, but is not a perfect clone. It's not a perfect clone because the mags are not interchangeable, oddly enough. Like you would think that would be the one thing, but apparently not. But you know what? It's fine because the system that they've developed is really good. Like it's really, really good. Like it's solid, absolutely solid. So the technology has definitely gotten a lot better. It's really gotten better. I look at guns like all the stuff from Maruyama. They're all very well made, Like the GBBs are getting to the point now where they don't really need upgrades like they used to. Like the old VFCs that used to come back out in the day, the old WeTechs especially. Those you immediately needed to go ahead and start swapping in some internal upgrade components. Now you don't really have to. You really don't have to anymore. We're getting to that point where that's becoming more and more of a commonplace thing, which I think is a good thing. It's a very big step in the right direction. Now, I do think they have a long way to go before they could ever potentially replace the AEG specifically in the United States market. But then again, it was developed for Asia, It's just we happen to be playing catch-up with the rest of the world. Walking trail boots, yes. Let's be honest, Velcro strap shoes are blessed. Velcro strap. What are you in preschool, brother? I wear 5'11", 8-inch tactical boots with the side zipper. They work great for me. A side zipper, I fuck with. Those are cool. Gonna need an end pass for that. Most GBs have fixed outputs. GBRs, can you detune the gun to shoot 400, 350? Yes. End pass of some kind is gonna be absolutely necessary. Or different nozzles, or different nozzle and different nozzle kits that usually can be sold for some GBBs that look at brands like is it Unicorn or is it Modify? Which one's it? I think Unicorn. No, PH Plus. PH Plus has different nozzles for different outputs for MWSs. That's another route that you can go, but typically the end pass is the most preferred. But again, it really depends on the system specifically we're talking about. There are differences. Also want to thank you all for helping. No worries, man. Dude, Noah, anytime, man. Anytime. This is a place for newer players and for anyone in the Airsoft community to really pull through, have a good time, ask their Airsoft-related question without worried about getting made fun of. Because I know what that's like when you're on the receiving end and fucking assholes just decide to just make fun of you at your own expense just because you were asking a genuine question that any newbie would ask, right? So it's almost 12:30 for me, y'all. Have a good night. Be back on Thursday. No worries, Billy Arco. You have yourself a wonderful night. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Friends and I made up a game called Spec Ops where we run around our neighborhood at night and geared up and did fake missions. We'd have a printed out maps of our area raiders. Dude, you're just basically doing milsims, bro. That's what you're doing. You're doing milsims. You're doing a military simulation of of some op board, right? That's freaking sick, dude. That's awesome. I wish I could do that and not have to worry about getting shot. That's the downside when you live in a suburban area. Yeah, it's you have anything that looks like a gun, shoot them on sight. I mean, I don't even blame cops for doing that. That's something I actually do agree with them on. Like, yeah, if you see someone with a gun out in the wild, you don't know what that person's gonna do. I threw an unarmed tornado grenade into the bathtub when my brother was showering once. He jumped out so fast. Bro, that's evil, but hilarious. But evil, bro. What the hell? That's so hilarious. Oh, but that's so nefarious, too, though. That's nefariously hilarious. Hilariously nefarious, if you will. Gotta love Compton. What the fuck? Can you tell me any tips for as a newbie to Airsoft? Have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Don't be afraid to talk to people and make friends. That's how you do it, man. Gym advice. Listen to your body and don't go. But I need to go, bro. I do at minimum 5 days a week. 5 days a week at minimum I need to go. You know, that's a rule of thumb for me. I know I'm getting older, you know. I'm almost 30. I'm almost 30. But you know, I want to make sure that I don't know. I feel like if I don't go, I also feel like really defeated and depressed. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Any other of my gym heads or gym rats, if you don't go one day, do you feel like crap afterwards? Like, it feels good for the second, but then you're like, fuck, I should have gone, man. I feel weak now. I feel like a disgusting monster. I don't know. Maybe it's my body dysmorphia kicking in. But I feel like when I don't go to the gym, like that same day, like if I skip on a day that I'm supposed to go, the next day I wake up and I'm like, man, I'm just a fat piece of shit. That sounds so terrible when I say that out loud. Obviously, it's not healthy. I know it's not. But like, damn, bro, like I feel it. Like I look in the mirror and I'm like, what kind of creature, disgusting monster from the Black Lagoon am I looking at here? It's because I didn't work out, man. I feel it. I know it's all in my head, but still, I feel like it's real. See, what you do is you get everything sore all at once. Yes. And yeah, of course. All right, scroll that. Answered that one as well. All right, scrolling down most recent comments and questions. We did mill sims, but without the shooting. Plus, we were kids. I don't do that now because we would definitely get shot in Florida, by the way. Yeah, 100%. No. I get that. I dropped a live thunder bee in the personnel room at Tac City, brother. Dude, that's so good. Dude, yeah, no shit. That thing is loud. That shit is crazy loud, bro. You gave everyone tinnitus, bro. Nah, bro, I feel strong. Just remember, it takes like 3 to 5 years for you to see that change in the gym. I need that change immediately. That's another downside too with myself, and it's something I know I need to work on. In general, I am a fairly patient person, for the most part, except when it comes to things for myself, especially when it comes to the gym. I hate how long, because before it used to be like I used to be able to see progress pretty quickly, of course, right? Like, you're starting off change, you're doing all these drastic changes to your diet, to your lifestyle, you're gonna see some changes pretty quickly. But at a certain point, you just kind of like, you plateau, and now it's like hard to get any sort of, not even necessarily going for gains per se. Another reason why I have to go is because I got some severe anger issues. I get, with my patience, right, it's definitely something that I have to practice at, but I take all my aggression and my frustrations out from the day, I take it out at the gym, right? So I feel better after I go, like that feeling as soon as I'm done working out, I got a good sweat in, I got whether it be a good lift, or I'm like gassed from like whatever like set that I'm doing, whether that be for cardio, whether that be for lifting, whether that be for calisthenics. Like if I feel exhausted after the gym, I feel better. You know what I mean? Like I feel genuinely better, happier that I'm like, I did that. You know what I mean? Like I'm done. I don't have to worry about it anymore, right? Like one less thing. Like, you know, I'm taking care of myself. Going on year 3 of working out, just go light 1 week to get your energy back up. But here's the thing, I never get my energy back. I'm so perpetually exhausted, bro. Great job keeping on that route. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel better after healthy shit. Crazy J? Same, actually. 100%. Same, dude. I get that. Dude, if I don't take, like, at minimum 2 shits a day, like, I feel like I'm backed up. I feel bloated. I hate that feeling, dude. I absolutely hate it. All I got to do, though, to really fix it, just eat some vegetables. You know, like maybe eat some like stir fry, eat some veggies from a soup, or, you know, something along those lines. Or even if like a side salad, bro, pooping like nobody's business. Take any creatine or supplements. I did take creatine for a while. But I'm also trying to make sure that I'm not intaking more calories than I have to. I'm trying to like cut as much as I can as well, though. That's another downside too, is that I've gotten to the point where I've gotten big before, and I've achieved that goal, and I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. I kind of want to lean back in. So I'm trying to do more calisthenic stuff. I'm trying to make sure that I'm still at a caloric deficit, which is very difficult because, unfortunately, I don't have many skills. This is not me trying to fish for comments. I'm being serious. I'm being actually very upfront with you guys. I don't have many skills. I'm not very good at a lot of things. Most things that I do in life, I'm actually just average at best. There's like maybe 3 things in this world that I can do fairly well. I would say better than the average person. Swimming. I know for a fact I'm faster than the majority of people on the planet when it comes to swimming. I know I am. I have the receipts for it. I'm fast as fuck in the water. I'm really good at sweeping. Not sweeping as in like, guns of like sweeping physically with a broom. Those are like the few things that I'm good at, right? Very, very, very few things that I'm good at. Even gym, when I like work out, I'm not really that great at either. The last thing that I'm really good at, and this is kind of a curse, a double-edged sword. I'm really good at cooking. I can look at someone, someone's cuisine, study a little bit, and I'll have a good idea. And I'm also really good at being able to go out and just salvage whatever I can find. This comes from, of course, from not having a lot of money growing up. Being able to just make meals off of bare minimum like ingredients. Scraps if I have to, right? I'll be able to go out and put something together because I have an understanding of food and how it works and how to make it all. My food is fucking delicious. It's so good. And that's the other downside. Because I like try to cut and I like the minute I cook and I taste it, I'm like, fuck, why did God make me so good at this? And I have to have myself more food, dude. I love eating, bro. I fucking love eating. It's like one of the few things I enjoy most in this world. But of course, right, I have to make it harder for myself. Oh, just don't eat as much. Bro, I cook too good. My food has too much flavor. Oh, man. Richard Valdez, I got my order from you guys on Saturday. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Cuisine is just high-cost struggle meals. What the fuck? What is that? What do you mean? What the fuck? High-cost struggle meals. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Every meal is a struggle meal if you don't got the funds for it. You know what I mean? Even a Lunchable. What's that meme? When you go to the grocery store to try to pay for your Lunchables, and you're paying for your Lunchables and your Maruchan, your cup noodles, and your card declines and the cashier just goes, "Just take it, bro. Just take it." Like, bro, like what the fuck? What do you think of koalas wearing people clothes? I think it's an abomination. I mean, if you just mean in general, not even specific to koalas, but just animals in general, that people put like human clothes on. Like, there's a few things that I get why people would do. Like for dogs, for example, I'm a big dog guy, right? I love dogs. I love the floofers, the howlers, the sniffers. I love those little things. Like a few human things here and there is fine, right? I would understand maybe like certain boots or like shoes, like socks or like covers for dogs, especially if like the concrete is like super scalding hot, right? Like, first of all, you shouldn't be walking your dog in that temperature, but if you had to, right, or if they had to walk around, yeah, you don't want them walking on super hot rocks or super hot concrete, right? That makes sense why you would do that. Or if you have a really small dog or like a type of hairless dog, something that doesn't really shed, like a hypoallergenic dog. And if they're like pretty cold, they get cold pretty quickly. They don't have retain a lot of their body heat. Yeah, I would understand maybe putting on like maybe a sweater of some kind or like some type of jacket. You know what I mean? Like I could understand that. But now that people that put on whole outfits and try to make their dog live in that, for me that's a little much. One of my buddies in high school, his parents used to have like a whole house of like chihuahuas, dude. They used to have a fuck ton of chihuahuas. I think like 5 or 6 of them, and a cat, which is hilarious. The cat acted like a dog because it was raised around dogs, but they love chihuahuas, dude. That was like their big thing. They had like a clock in the living room that was supposed to be like a caricature of a chihuahua. Like, it was like these people love that dog. They love that breed. I came to his house after, I just think of it like almost like a second home. I was there so often. After water polo practice, we came to his place. We were going to play some video games. And then we would see the hallway, and then you would see the couch at the top of it. As I got closer, the dogs all jumped on top of the cushion that was facing the hallway. So they're all facing me. And I saw all of them. All 5 chihuahuas wearing like Tommy Bahama like style like hula shirts or like Hawaiian shirts. And I was like, what in the fuck am I looking at? Is this dog on vacation? The worst part is that apparently those dogs became so accustomed to wearing those shirts and those clothes that if they didn't have it on, they would actually start crying. Like, they would be upset. Like, what? Where's my clothes? I can't go outside like this. I'm naked. You're a dog. You're a fucking dog, bro. Like, what the fuck even is that? I feel putting clothes on a furry animal is like putting on a jacket during summer. Yeah, that's why I also don't like doing that, man. That's why I don't like doing that. All right, guys, it is now 9:30. The promotions are over. They're closed. Hopefully, you guys got yourselves those orders in. Again, you still have an opportunity to be entered into the giveaway. Any $20 or greater order that you place right now will get you entered into the giveaway, but do not miss out. Get those orders in before it's too late. 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday is the deadline to enter. Make sure to get your Mayo Gang mystery box. We are almost sold out. We're almost sold out. And just so you guys know, as if you guys haven't been paying attention to the new products page, October 11th, Mayo Gang Meat Swap Meet is going down. It's going to be happening on October 11th. It's going to be on a Saturday. Huge discounts up to 50% off. The outdoor swap meet, of course. Boneyard sales and some limited swag packs as well can all be expected at this meetup. So make sure that you guys clear your calendars, save the date. You want to make sure that you are a part of this. You guys have yourself a wonderful night. I appreciate every single one of you guys for not only watching tonight's live stream, but also getting all your Airsoft goodies through Airsoft. You guys, the most direct way to support the channel and myself. Of course, it keeps the giveaways happening, keeps the cameras rolling, the lights on, and me doing these live streams. I don't want you guys to ever forget that if it weren't for you, I would not be here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Take it easy, and I'll see y'all on the next one.